In August 2021, at Tesla's AI Day, I think it's fair to say that the world was surprised to see that in addition to telling us all about full self-driving hardware and software, Tesla revealed that they were working on this: Teslabot, or Optimus, a humanoid autonomous robot.
Much of the press played up the dancing robot and made it seem like a joke.
But mark my words, this is no joke. Elon brought up Optimus during the Cyber Rodeo Giga Texas festivities in early April, saying, "I think Optimus will obviate what an economy even means. Anything that humans don't want to do, Optimus will do it. It's going to be an age of abundance. It may be hard to imagine, but as you see Optimus develop, it's really going to transform the world to a degree even greater than the cars." Then during the Q1 2022 earnings call, Elon said this: "I was surprised that people did not realize the magnitude of the Optimus robot program. The importance of Optimus will become apparent in the coming years. Those who are insightful or listen carefully will understand that Optimus ultimately will be worth more than the car business, worth more than full self-driving. That's my firm belief."
Do we have your attention?
This is no joke. Let's get into Teslabot and how and why this new technology is going to change life as we know it before we know it. I'm Zach.
And I'm Jesse.
And you're watching In Depth
On Now You Know.
Thank you to Surfshark VPN for sponsoring this video.
VPN stands for Virtual Private Network. Surfshark does exactly that. It keeps what you're doing online private.
Surfshark adds a layer of protection that encrypts your online data to help keep passwords and content safe when you're online, even when using public Wi-Fi. It's an app and server extension that can also help you stay anonymous online.
We all know that companies track every move you make online. Some websites even show you a price based on your location.
Yeah, I use Surfshark to book my most recent flight because there's a little life hack here. A lot of the travel booking sites see what flights you're looking at, and then they raise the prices.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't believe it until I tested it. I opened my browser without Surfshark and searched for a flight. I won't tell you which sites, but I used a bunch of the leading travel sites. Then I connected through Surfshark on my laptop and searched for the same flights. And guess what? I found them cheaper when the sites didn't know who I was.
That's crazy. But I guess it proves what we all know, that sites track what you're doing.
And if you're traveling, Surfshark will allow you to connect to your home country so you can stream content and websites that might not be available in your location. Plus, you can watch different content from around the world. You pick a server anywhere and connect.
You can try for free. Surfshark offers a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to surfshark.com to learn more.
Yeah, click on the link below and use our promo code. Time is running out for your chance to win a Model S Plaid and help our friends at the nonprofit group Sparrow Worldwide. Each time you buy a raffle ticket for $150, you support the important work they do to help rescue our forgotten Afghan allies and get these people to safety. There are only 5,000 tickets available in this raffle, so your chances of winning are good. And as of today, they've only sold less than 20% of the tickets, so your chances of winning right now are really good. The raffle ends in just a few days on October 1st, so don't wait. Go to the link below and support this great nonprofit Sparrow Worldwide and get a chance to win a Tesla Model S Plaid. Buy a ticket, save a family. Go to sparrowworldwide.org to learn more about the important work they're doing and enter for your chance to win a Tesla Model S Plaid right now.
Now, we've had robots for decades, so why is Teslabot going to be any different from these robots that we know?
These robots have very limited jobs. The Roomba can indeed move around your house and vacuum, but it can only do that one task. You still need to set it up, empty it when it gets full of dirt. It can't move upstairs or out to the garage by itself. This, the now ubiquitous robot arm, is mounted, bolted to the factory floor. It has a team of humans who program it to do one task as efficiently as possible. For every task, you need to install another robot arm and program it and then update it when the task changes.
Teslabot is different. It will use a similar suite of sensors, hardware, and software that your Tesla with full self-driving uses. Cameras will see the world around it, and it will use AI, like the cars do, to interpret what's around it, where to go, and how to do what it wants. It will use motors instead of muscles to do what humans would do, manipulate its environment.
Because Teslabot can do what you can do, see, think, and understand its world, it doesn't need fancy programming to tell it what you want it to do. Just like you don't need to tell your friend how to go to the store and pick you up a sandwich.
First, tighten your right leg muscle, move your body forward. Then you get to a door, look for a doorknob, grab it with your hand, then turn it and open the door.
You never have to say all that. All you need to say is, "I'd like a sandwich with extra mayo." Your friend has the experience to know how to find a sandwich shop, get there, buy you the sandwich you asked for, and return back to you with it.
How does your friend know how to do all this? 2 eyes, a powerful processor, and experience with the world to know how it works.
What Tesla is now learning from moving cars around in the world autonomously can be directly applied to Teslabots, humanoid robots that move bipedally instead of with 4 wheels, but basically the same problems.
How do you teach a computer to see and understand its environment and move around safely within it?
This actually helps answer the next question. Why will Tesla be able to accomplish a humanoid autonomous robot before anyone else? I mean, we all have seen Boston Dynamics by now working on robots. I mean, theirs can really dance and theirs can pick up packages.
The answer is that Boston Dynamics has done some amazing work, and yes, some of their robots can see and move around their environment. But to truly be autonomous, you have to solve for edge cases.
Let's go back to the example of sending your friend to get you a sandwich. If something unexpected happens during your friend's mission to get you a sandwich, let's say a garbage truck blocks his path, or the sandwich shop is closed, or they're out of rye bread, what will your friend do? Will they just get stuck and never deliver your sandwich?
Probably not. Most of us are pretty good at adapting to unexpected situations. We have learned how to go around a truck or find another route or find a different sandwich shop or to text you and ask what other bread you'd prefer. This kind of learning takes tons of data. I mean, just think about how you learn to solve all of the problems you encounter every day. You learn, and it takes humans years and years to learn.
Teslabot is going to learn like Tesla cars do, by moving around in its environment and sharing that data with Tesla so that all Teslabots can learn from one.
iRobot, the maker of the Roomba vacuum robot, says that they have sold over 35 million Roombas so far. But the problem is, the Roombas don't talk to one another. They don't learn. They come to your house pre-programmed to do a very simple task. They're designed with clever programming, but not actual smarts themselves.
Tesla currently has about 3 million cars on the road with autonomy hardware. Even when you are driving the car, Teslas can be in shadow mode, watching the road and simulating what they would have done at that red light, at that turn, during that lane change that you made.
They are uploading that data back to Tesla for training and then get updates every couple weeks so that the entire fleet of robot cars are learning and getting smarter.
Jesse and I have 2 Teslas on the full self-driving beta program, and we actually have experienced the cars getting better at autonomous driving.
But Tesla bots aren't cars.
Even though they're basically the same inside, a powerful AI computer, sensors, and autonomy software, Tesla bots are not designed to get you from point A to point B like a Tesla car is. Tesla bots are designed for a different purpose.
Tesla bots are designed to replace human labor.
So let's take a look at human labor. You could argue that another word for human labor is our economy.
Pretty much everything that brings value to our society is brought about, at least in part, due to human labor.
A human doing work is involved in almost every step. Now, as humans have invented new technologies like plows and then tractors, we have multiplied the amount of work a human can do in a day by many-fold.
But don't be fooled. Humans were still heavily involved in making and programming these new tools.
One way we use to measure labor or economy is GDP, Gross Domestic Product, the total monetary value of all the finished goods and services produced in a certain place. And again, who produces these goods and services?
We humans do. So what is the GDP of Earth?
As of 2020, it was calculated to be about $85 trillion.
Wow, look at that graph. Now, why has GDP taken off so quickly from just $500 million in 1960?
Well, think about what's happened since 1960. Farms look like this in 1960. Today, farms look like this. Factories in 1960 look like this. Factories today look like this. You get the picture. Robots, computers, the internet, and modern machines give each human a huge production multiplier. As each human can make more stuff or provide more services in a day, the economy grows.
Now let's look at Teslabot, which is in essence a human analog, a human replacement, a machine that will be able to do many of the tasks that a human can do.
And here's the thing. Teslabot will be able to do these tasks without training. And that brings us to a couple huge advantages that Teslabots are going to have over humans. So when you want to hire a new employee, what's the first thing that you have to do?
Run a job listing.
Yep. Then what?
Review resumes, interviews, selection committee, offer letter, employment contract. The new employee has to relocate, give notice to their last employer, etc.
Right, it's a whole process. Time-consuming, expensive, paperwork. It's why companies have HR departments, right? With Teslabot, here's what hiring looks like. Teslabot, get to work.
Yes, sir. Teslabot reporting to work.
According to a study by Glassdoor, it costs on average $4,000 to hire the average employee and to go through the steps that we just talked about. According to Zippia, the average cost is even higher at $4,425. According to LinkedIn and SHRM, it takes 30 to 36 days to hire the average employee. According to Zippia, it takes 36 to 42 days to fill the average position. Again, with Teslabot, the hiring cost is zero, and the average time is only as long as it takes to open the shipping box.
Or maybe it will remove itself from the shipping box.
Now let's talk about the next thing you have to do after you hire a new employee.
Employee badges, employee handbook, weeks of on-the-job training. Somebody else has got to do it.
Exactly. In 2020, across all industries, according to Indeed, companies spent an average of $1,252 per employee on training.
And how much time does it take?
Well, according to Bamboo HR, employers should plan to spend at least 3 months to fully onboard a new employee. And remember that during this training and onboarding process, a company has to expend human resources to oversee the training to ensure that the new employee is learning the job correctly.
That's another cost that's hard to account for, but is certainly not efficient. And no matter how good you are at hiring, training, and onboarding, it isn't always a good fit. And you may have to go through all that work and time and money as a company, and then have an employee decide, bye, this wasn't the right job for me.
All that time and money down the toilet. Back to the job listings to start all over again.
This can really slow a company down, expanding into a new market like with a sales team or working on a new product line.
Yeah, it's a huge problem finding good people that fit the company culture. But let's say you do find the right person. It's a good fit. You got through the hiring process, the training process, and now it's their first full day on the job. In this case, the job is in an auto factory on the line installing wire harnesses. Okay, here's the job. You grab this wiring harness and 14 of these clips from this bin over here, and you move over to that car as it goes by on the line, and you lean into the trunk area here, and you attach the harness to these 14 points here with the plastic clips, and you have about 60 seconds before the next car is at your station.
What, do I have to do that over and over again all day?
Well, not all day. I mean, you have a couple 15-minute breaks and a 45-minute lunch break. But yeah, I mean, we got to get these cars out the door to customers. That's why we hired you.
But I mean, twisting my body like that all day and twisting my wrists and pushing these hard plastic clips into these holes all day, my fingers and wrists and my back, I mean, I can already feel the pain.
Well, yeah, these are repetitive tasks, but how else do you think we're going to get this job done? Don't worry. You'll build up your muscles and some calluses, and we have these nice gloves and work belt for you.
See, this is where Teslabot shines. Teslabot can do repetitive tasks all day long. And I mean all day, 24 hours without breaks. Humans get hurt by doing repetitive tasks. Robots do not. Humans get bored by repetitive tasks. Robots do not.
If a human does get hurt on the job, it's a big deal for the employee and the company. That employee will need short and long-term medical attention. That human will be in pain. It will affect their livelihood and their quality of life.
If a robot wears out a part like a bearing, it just needs to get replaced, and the robot is back up and running like new. No physical therapy, no special protective gear, no prescription medicines.
And let's just talk about injuries to workers for a second, because let's face it, many jobs are dangerous, either from injuries due to repetitive tasks or because employees are working around powerful machines and tools. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, 2.8 million American employees were injured on the job in 2019. And according to the National Safety Council, work-related injuries in the U.S. in 2019 alone cost the nation $171 billion.
And again, here is where a Teslabot shines. Because if a Teslabot gets damaged, it doesn't feel pain, it doesn't slow down the entire company. You just assign another Teslabot to do the task while the injured Teslabot gets repaired. Kind of like taking your car in for service. New servo motor, a hand unit, and Teslabot is back ready for service.
But I want to go back to something we were talking about just a couple minutes ago when we were talking about hiring.
Yeah, I think I know where you're going with this. I mean, we kind of mentioned that part of the hiring process is training, but actually training is something that companies need to do all the time. As processes change or employees change positions, or as products and services and software change, human employees need to constantly be trained.
And training usually means one-on-one or classroom-type settings where production stops and hours of new information and processes and skills have to be learned by employees.
Here is yet another area that Teslabot shines, because once one Teslabot knows how to do a task, then all Teslabots know how to do that task.
And because Teslabots are autonomous, training no longer means teams of human software programmers coding individual robot arms for days. You just tell Teslabot what you need done in a controlled test environment, it learns and then uploads that data to the entire fleet or army of Teslabots, so now they are all experts.
Imagine having a factory full of perfectly coordinated, hard-working, skilled workers that can be taught new tasks in a fraction of the time as humans. Vertical integration is the holy grail of manufacturing. It means taking in raw materials and being able to create as many of the parts as you need to make your final product in-house.
No need to rely on as many outside suppliers as your competition if you can make the doors, seats, wiring harnesses, etc. by yourself.
So what does that mean?
Less cost for one, because you don't have suppliers marking up the prices. Reliable supply chain for another. As we've seen recently, one hiccup on the other side of the world due to anything from a stuck ship in a canal to a COVID shutdown can create unpredictable supply chain disruptions that can last weeks or months.
When a company decides what they can make in-house, one of the biggest factors in that decision is usually labor.
The cost of skilled labor to make that part and the availability of that labor where you need it, near your factories.
And again, Teslabot solves this problem.
You don't have to pay Teslabot.
Teslabot works for free. Or at least it'll work for Tesla for free for Tesla. We've yet to see what model Tesla will use to sell a Teslabot to you in the market.
Will Tesla sell you a Teslabot, or will they lease it to you?
And how much will Tesla be able to charge?
Well, to answer that question, we kind of already know the answer. The price the market will bear for labor is already known. And that's because we know what humans get paid to do certain jobs. For instance, the average annual auto worker salary in California is $33,589.
Okay, so that's what Tesla can charge every year to lease me an auto worker robot.
Not so fast. Tesla can actually charge you more.
How can Tesla charge me more? You just said I could hire a human for $33,000. Why would I pay Tesla more than that?
Well, remember, a Teslabot has many advantages over a human. That human auto worker will work 40 hours a week for that salary, but a Teslabot can work much longer hours.
Oh, right. I mean, theoretically, Teslabot could work every hour of every day. No time off, no vacations.
Yeah, except for replenishing its power supply and maybe occasional maintenance, that Teslabot could work the full 168 hours in a week.
But what about charging its batteries like you mentioned?
Well, I have a couple ideas. Number one is that Teslabot could plug itself in when it's working at the workstation.
Oh, right. I mean, if it's going to be working in a small area of the factory, you just boop, and then it can work off grid power.
Or Teslabot could have hot swappable battery packs. Because I don't think Tesla wants these Teslabots to have downtime while waiting for batteries to charge. They are way too valuable for that.
Okay, so you're saying that a Teslabot is worth 4 times a human worker because it can work over 4 times the hours in a week.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense, right? It's like hiring 4 employees instead of 1 for the amount of labor that you get out of it.
Okay, so that would be $134,356 a year.
But you're forgetting some of the other benefits of Teslabot that we discussed. A Teslabot saves $4,425 in average hiring costs because no need for job listings, interviews, salary negotiations, handbooks, name tags, etc.
And Teslabot saves $1,252 in average initial training costs, not to mention thousands more in training costs down the road when something about the job changes. Companies save 130 days of hiring and training right off the bat because Teslabots can start immediately.
And let's not forget about worker benefits. Employers have to compete to get human workers to want to work for them. So employers have to stay competitive with worker benefits like 401ks, break rooms with fridges and food and coffee, and health plans and bathrooms and someone to clean the bathrooms and parking lots for their workers to park and...
Wait, no parking lots, no bathrooms to build, maintain, and clean, no break rooms, no health care.
Yeah. Do you see how much employers will be able to save when they can eliminate all these things? Not to mention all the employees that they normally would hire to manage the human resources, the bathrooms, the cafeterias, the break rooms, the plowing of the parking lots in the winter, etc., etc.
Crap, I never thought about that.
Yeah, and we haven't even gotten to another benefit Teslabot has over humans. Efficiency. Humans lose focus. They talk to their friends, they take phone calls, they get tired. Teslabots just keep working endlessly and efficiently.
Teslabots can shave time off each task they do and work as close to 100% efficiency every time. Imagine every bolt torqued exactly to spec every time.
Another huge benefit of Teslabot is data collection. If you want to monitor your human workforce, you either need to surround them with cameras or get them to fill out spreadsheets or monitor them with biofeedback devices. Teslabots will share everything they're doing all the time, from the torque their left hand is applying when attaching a part to how many parts they installed in an hour.
This is invaluable to a factory that's trying to run at peak efficiency, figuring out where the weak links in production are, or if we add another Teslabot over here, how much will output improve.
With human employees, we try to attain this data through work meetings, but let's be honest, how reliable are we humans at collecting data when we're already busy working? Because picture this, if you tell your employees to manually track their mileage, let's say, and they spend just 12 minutes a day doing that, that's 1 hour per week and 52 hours per year spent just keeping track of mileage. And that's why so many companies spend so much money hiring consultants to watch their employees and tell the executives how to improve. Management consulting is a $250 billion a year industry in the US alone.
Teslabot collects this data practically for free.
And let's not forget communication. If you take a big factory, like let's say Tesla's Fremont factory with about 10,000 employees, imagine having to communicate with them and between them every day. It's a logistical nightmare.
But Teslabots can all communicate with each other and the central command center instantaneously through Wi-Fi.
Right. Need 8% of your workforce today to shift to working at these other workstations to increase the number of parts upstream? Just send a command and off they go. No questions asked.
Teslabots will be in constant communication, so they will know when they are needed somewhere else in the factory. They will be able to communicate when a certain part is getting low, and instead of communicating it to a manager who then has to communicate to another team of employees somewhere else in the factory and they don't get along.
Teslas will be able to communicate these things that would have usually taken humans many minutes or hours in milliseconds. So even though the first generation of Teslabots will most likely be somewhat limited in what they can do, and even though they will likely cost many millions of dollars each to build, they will be worth probably around $1 million each.
Where do you get that figure?
Well, we said that 4 human auto workers would cost about $134,000 a year, and so I figure, for the sake of argument, that is conservatively what a Teslabot will be worth. If a Teslabot has a working life of 7 or 8 years before it wears out or becomes obsolete, then it would be worth around $1 million. So as long as Tesla can eventually get below that price significantly, Teslabot should be profitable.
Can you make a robot for less than $1 million?
Yep.
How are you so confident?
Because they already do make autonomous robots that are much bigger and sell them for about $60,000. And they have an industry-leading margin, so each one they sell at that price is very profitable.
Wait, Tesla already makes robots?
Yeah, they're cars. Tesla cars are autonomous robots on wheels. A frame, battery pack, motors, computers, and some sensors. That's a Tesla Model 3, for instance. Take away the 4 wheels, add 2 arms and 2 legs, 2 hands and 2 feet, give it a much smaller battery pack than a car, a powerful computer, a couple cameras, similar autonomous software, and a bunch of servo motors, and you got yourself a humanoid autonomous robot. All in all, way less stuff than a car. I mean, a Model 3 has 4,000 pounds of stuff. Teslabot is probably only going to have about 250 pounds of stuff, or less than a tenth. So it's possible a Teslabot will cost Tesla less than $20,000 each to build when they ramp up to full production in a few years. But let's say I'm wrong, and it costs Tesla 5 times that, or $100,000 to build. And even if Tesla can only lease it for $100,000 per year, that would still be a 700% margin on each Teslabot they make. And that leads to my next point about why Elon is saying this will be bigger for Tesla than the auto business. For the first time in human history, as Elon set out to do, we may be looking at a machine that can make the machine. Teslabots will eventually be able to build more Teslabots. If a Teslabot uses less than 1/10 the material that a Tesla car does and takes up 1/10 the space to build, and if Teslabots can make more Teslabots at a gigafactory, we could be talking about production rates of 1 million Teslabots per year per gigafactory in just a few years. Imagine, in 2026, Tesla is producing 4 million Teslabots per year, leasing them for $100,000 each per year. That's $400 billion in revenue in 4 years.
But I mean, Tesla made $53 billion in revenue in 2021.
Now can you see why Elon said this will be bigger than Tesla's auto business? And Tesla will have a monopoly.
Yeah, I mean, Tesla's way ahead of the competition with Teslabot. So much, in fact, that most people think that Elon's crazy. They think this dancing robot is a pipe dream.
But if Tesla can do it, if we see something impressive on September 30th at AI Day number 2, then we will know that Tesla is on track to something the world has never seen before.
Okay, you convinced me. Teslabots are going to be a big deal for Tesla and for the manufacturing.
Oh no, I think it's going to be much bigger than that.
Bigger than automotive for Tesla and manufacturing for the world?
Yeah. Who said Teslabots will only work in factories?
Well, I mean, that's what we've been talking about this whole episode.
I know, but think about it. If a Teslabot can build a car, can it also mow your lawn?
I suppose.
So then Teslabot just transformed the residential and commercial landscaping industry. That's a $100 billion plus worldwide industry.
Okay, wow.
And don't you think a Teslabot will be able to climb a ladder and hold a paintbrush?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, probably.
All right, then Teslabot can paint every home, building, bridge, business in the world. Teslabot just disrupted the painting industry. In the US alone, that employs over 250,000 people and is worth $35 billion a year. And if Teslabot can climb a ladder and hold a nail gun, then...
You can disrupt the construction industry?
Yep, that's a $10.7 trillion worldwide industry. Just in the US, construction jobs account for 7.5 million workers. Do you think Teslabot will be able to make a sandwich or bust a table?
Yeah.
So that's over 12 million jobs in the US. How about change a diaper and read a book?
So Teslabot can do childcare?
Sure, why not? That's over 1 million people. And how about teach a class? There are over 3.6 million teachers just in the US. I mean, I could go on. Just about every job you can think of. Teslabot will be able to do it faster, cheaper, longer, better.
So Teslabot is going to disrupt labor.
Yep, and labor is the economy. Teslabot will change everything. Just you wait and see.
Join us on September 30th for Tesla's AI Day number 2, where we are going to be live streaming it, and we are going to be doing a pre and post show as well.
We're going to have a special guest who will help us analyze what we learned during the presentation. This could be one of the biggest, most transformational presentations so far in human history.
Or the Teslabot could fall over and not be able to get back up. We just don't know.
Thank you so much for watching and being part of our community of thoughtful, curious folks.
Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any upcoming videos.
We'll see you next week. Now you know.